going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. I'm Tamash. This is Taya.
And this is Rainy.
And today we are here to give our non-spoilerly review of My Dead Friend Zoe.
Yeah.
So, sister, what was your initial thoughts?
Well, it's really hard to talk about it without giving spoilers because that's the point that I mainly want to get to. That's what's so impactful about it, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so this is, as someone who normally watches fiction and every aspect, reads fiction, I genuinely believe that this is a film that can really benefit our society today, especially since we're so remote now with everything ever since COVID hit. And honestly, connection is scarce, okay? With our friends, with our family, with our animals, it's needed. And there's certain ways to go about it, oh dang, that's a spoiler. Okay. But we can genuinely apply this film to many aspects of our life, not just with our relationships with other people, but also with ourselves and learning to learn ourselves, you know what I mean?
And it's also important, to touch on the fact that sometimes we get so wrapped in our own worlds, we forget the other people that we've also let into our worlds and whose worlds we are also involved in, because our lives also affect others. So that's a very important theme, and it's important for us not to be so wrapped up in ourselves that we forget everybody else who helped make us us. Our friends, our families, everybody that's important in our lives has made an impact on us, helped us become a version of who we are. And this film highlights the fact that we shouldn't forget that. No matter what we got going on in life, we have to have each other, because nobody should walk through this world alone.
Where are you going, Zoe? You can't tell anyone.
And I think that this film touches on that in a very big way. Like we said, we don't really want to go into spoilers, but I kind of went into this movie thinking I kind of knew what it was about.
Right. That the whole theme was centered around the army, and yes, that's a big part of it, but it's not the entire picture. I feel this film really highlights on emotional intelligence, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing and without knowing, you know what I mean? I don't know how to say it.
And there's some twists and turns. It isn't black and white. It isn't exactly what you think it is. I thought I knew what happened and what was going on, and I sort of,
made this assumption.
Yeah, I kind of just made the whole plot up in my head and kind of went with that, and that was what the story we were telling, because it doesn't exactly tell you right away.
Yeah.
But boy, were we wrong. And that reveal, it hit a little different. Made me sit back and really think about life. It really makes you self-reflect. Okay, who am I? What am I doing? Am I valuing the people around me? Am I checking on my peoples? That's something that's big. You know what I mean? Connection is what life is about. We're not supposed to be isolated or alone. We're not supposed to be dealing with things. And I think especially in Black culture, it is very difficult sometimes to talk to people about it. Mm-hmm. Friends, sometimes strangers. It really just depends on the individual. But talking about it is a release that we all have to do, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a friend, a family member. We all kind of have to get our demons out. You know what I mean? We can't just sit there and let them haunt us. And Sonequa's character, right, she's very haunted by her demons, very much tormented. And that's a big part of this film. But the why is important. And the why is something that maybe, I hope this isn't really spoiler, but it's something that could be avoidable. Something that we can just do that's easy in everyday life that we take for granted, like you said.
Right.
My name is Merritt, deployed to Afghanistan in 2016.
Okay. Aren't we better than this woe is me? Ouchie, my feelings. Let's get out of here.
Be quiet.
What Sonequa deals with in the film, it shows in every aspect of her life. When she's going for a walk, when she's just sitting down and eating, it shows in everything. It's crazy how something you think is somewhat small or a big deal, and then later on becomes a small deal, can explode.
It just had an emotional impact that I didn't expect. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
It's definitely a movie you're going to want to look at again with a friend. It's a movie that you're going to want to share with a friend, a family member, a loved one. It's something that I think can highlight it can highlight the importance of relationships. And I think that's something that we all need to be reminded of, because life is hard. Let's just be honest. Life has a lot of moving parts. It's exhausting, and we all just trying to survive in this, but so is everybody else. And everybody ain't built the same. Everybody doesn't deal with things. So if somebody's asking you for assistance, help them out. If somebody just needs you to be an open ear, be an open ear. We really got to be there for each other, even when we tired, because you never know what somebody is going through.
Right.
You never know if you're that person that somebody will be willing to open up to. Like, I might be willing to talk to my sister about something, but if she's not around, who do I got to talk to? I might not feel comfortable telling Joe and Paul my business, you know what I mean? So it's like, always be there for that friend that needs you, you know. You might be somebody's rock.
And like, I feel like it's also important to communicate with your friends and family, like, what form of connection do they highlight the most in their life? You know what I mean? Because I know some friends where you can just hit them up once a month and that's fine with them, you know? But I have other friends that, like, they require more in a friendship. You know what I mean? There's no once a week, once a month. No, they want a is livid the word? Whatever. They want a daily friendship. You know what I mean?
I've been dealing with some things.
That's what a soldier does. You suck it up.
And this film it's more than just about Sonequa and Zoe. It also has a big plot revolving Sonequa's grandfather.
Yeah.
And something that we've kind of dealt with in our personal life, somebody who's going through, you know, a disease, who's fighting a battle, who, you know, needs help, but also is stubborn, who also doesn't want solutions forced upon them, but wants you to sort of see things from their perspective to help them in their own way. So that's another thing that I think we need to realize too. Our way isn't the only way.
Yeah.
We need to be open to listening to others, to listening to their solutions. And maybe it's not a solution they can give themselves, but, you know, us helping them get to that solution. Really, this film just highlights being there for each other and the importance of the relationships that we've chosen to build in our lives, and to just not let those relationships falter or, you know, die out.
Why would you re-enlist?
The world is not my oyster.
You think the world is my oyster? I'm a black woman in America.
With a lake house.
It's my grandparents' lake house. It isn't.
Oh, shut up.
This film just does such a great job reminding you of that. And just Sonequa has such a way of bringing out these heavy emotions in a person. But it's not all just heavy material. I don't want anybody thinking they're going to go into it super depressed. There's a lot of comedy in it as well. Yeah. They have their lightheart moments.
I mean, the title is sad. Yes. There are two sad waves. Yes. But yeah, there's humor in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of heart and humor in this film. They did such a great job, honestly.
Yeah.
Burl. Damn, what a name.
Don't say that.
What? I can joke about the dead. These are my people.
Everything else I want to say, well, the first thing I want to say was a spoiler. And everything else I want to say is a spoiler. Especially now that I have time to, like, reflect on the film. And, like, I didn't have to, you know, review it right after.
Yeah.
I just want to say a little more, but
that's okay. We aired out a lot in our actual spoiler review at the end of our reaction. Yeah. So eventually that reaction will be available. It'll be sometime after the film has aired publicly in theaters, which it does come out this February 28th. This upcoming Friday for us when we're filming this. So be sure to check that out in theaters, you guys. It is well worth it. Like I said, take a friend, take a family member, watch it, share it. Look at it again. And yeah, just like I said, value life. Yeah. Life is a gift. Not just for us, but for everybody. Everybody is a gift. And like I said, we all are in this together. So that's something we just cannot forget.
Yeah. And one thing I would love to see with this film is like a psychologist or, you know, a therapist reviewing it. Like, you know, the movie Inside Out?
Mm-hmm.
like how therapists like review it and
I've
like
heard
give
of
their
that.
insight. Like that is one thing that I want to see about this film because it's really psychological in some aspects, in most aspects actually.
And even if you haven't gone through what the characters are going through, I mean, I feel like it's still an important message in this film.
Yeah.
And even if you're not looking to take in a message, or and you're just looking for a film to just kind of entertain yourself, it does that too. It does that too. There is not just all emotions. I don't want anybody thinking that if you need a laugh, it's going to give you a laugh. If you are
Need a cry.
Yeah, if you need a cry, it can give you a cry.
Oh,
There's so much emotional range within this film, so
Yeah.
really do check it out. Again, this Friday, February 28th in theaters. Check it out. But I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
All right, well, check out this film, like I said, and check out our review later in a few weeks, I would say. But thank you guys for watching. Of course, we want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to comment, share, subscribe. Got the page out for that.
And we'll see you guys for more movie reviews.
Bye.